Many people in narcissistic marriages were sold a very convincing story. A story about love, partnership, shared values, and a shared future. And over time, you start to see the relationship through rose-colored glasses. Those glasses make it easier to overlook the small cracks, the subtle disrespect, the emotional distance, those strange inconsistencies that never quite made sense. Until one day, those glasses get ripped off, and suddenly you're forced to see the marriage as it actually was. Psychologists sometimes use a term for this, betrayal blindness. And this is where people start asking themselves a very painful question. How did I not see this sooner? It happens when someone cannot fully see betrayal inside a relationship they depend on. They're not somehow deficient. Their mind is simply protecting them and the life they've built with this person, their home, their family, their identity, the time they invested over years or multiple decades, the future they believed in. So the brain chooses a safer option, an unconscious protection, in order to keep the relationship intact, even if that means not seeing everything clearly. In many narcissistic marriages, there are actually two completely different realities happening at the same time. The one you were living and the one your spouse was living. You may have believed you were building a life together, but they were quietly managing appearances, protecting their image, or pursuing their own interests behind the scenes. The marriage you experienced was real to you, but it was never the same marriage your spouse was participating in. This is why the end of a toxic marriage creates so much pain and confusion, because your mind is trying to reconcile two completely different stories: the relationship you remember and the relationship you are now suddenly discovering. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance, two conflicting realities trying to exist in your mind at the same time. And this is when many divorces suddenly become much more complicated. While you're still trying to understand what is actually happening, the person you're divorcing may already be operating with complete and total clarity. They're moving money, building narratives, positioning themselves for the divorce process, and preparing for what's coming next. And you're still trying to understand what just happened to you and how the marriage you believed in could disappear into thin air. This is where a critical shift has to happen. You stop trying to make sense of the marriage you thought you had, and you start working with the reality of the person you are now divorcing, because they are not the same person you thought they were. I'm not going to lie. That shift is extremely painful, but it's also the beginning of your freedom. And those rose-colored glasses we were sold by that narcissistic spouse, yeah, they were never meant to help you see clearly. They were meant to keep you looking in the wrong direction. Today's truth bomb: the moment those glasses finally come off is the moment your real strength turns into 20/20 vision.